So the next thing we're making is our living, creamy, dreamy Alfredo. My friend Andy, my Italian friend, was over when I was sort of deciding about this recipe, and his influence helped because I think it really is nice. Oh, you know what? We gotta turn this off. I forgot that was still on. Is that better? Did anyone not hear that dehydrator on? I'm melting the cacao paste for the lavender chocolate dipped mangoes in the dehydrator. It's so great. Okay, so what we do for this yummy, living, creamy, dreamy Alfredo, I'll just show you what we use here. Put the pears in the composter. Fresh oregano, I always use fresh herbs. They're super medicinal. They taste wonderful. We're using these Essential Living Foods truly raw organic macadamia nuts and cashew pieces. These are hand cracked, so they're truly raw, hand cracked cashews, which is great. And then, you know, I say this a lot on the show, and I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but we have new viewers all the time, and I want everyone to have a really comprehensive sense of why we germinate seeds and nuts and what that means, because this show is about education. So I'll say it again, we do like to soak our nuts or our seeds, germinates them, it makes them a living nut. It releases the enzyme inhibitor, like activates it, gives it its power. So different seeds and nuts take different amount of times to germinate. Mac nuts and cashews germinate fairly quickly, so really you only need to soak them for about 4 to 6 hours, and it also makes them really nice and soft to blend them on up. And then we're gonna add the nutritional yeast. Nutritional yeast is a super good ingredient to add. Flavor-wise, it makes it taste cheesy, and it gives it that, but nutrients-wise, it's very, very high in B12, in phosphorus, and calcium, and iron, and selenium, and biotin. It's just a super good thing to add to your meals. It's great for kids, too, because of the folic acid and the B12, for infants and toddlers. We're gonna add a little garlic to that. Can you guys see in there? Then so the recipe calls for about a 1/4 cup of this fresh oregano, and remember the recipes will be on blytheraw.com after the show in the kitchen segment. So I like to put maybe half of it in the food processor with the chop tool and then use the rest of it to sprinkle out on top. Same with the black pepper. Black pepper is so super good. Do you ever wonder why it ended up being like salt and pepper out of all the spices available to us? I mean, salt you kind of understand because salt is like, you know, what compares to salt?
Salt of life.
But warm this up so it's still like, it's slightly warm, but it's still alive. And then what we're gonna do for the noodles, do you guys like this? Check it out. These are kelp noodles. And I gotta be real with you, a serving of these kelp noodles is 6 calories. My friend Andy and I, we were looking at, here, this is the package. Let me show you so you know what it looks like in the store. We were looking at it, we were like, 6 calories? Is that right? But that's true, and this is what, you know, one of the packages, of course, there's several different kinds. These are ready to eat. And remember, you know, the macadamia nuts are a monounsaturated fat, which means they actually help you lose weight. There's one of the amino chain acids in there or whatever, actually helps pull out the fat, the excessive fat in your body. So yay for macadamia nuts, plus, you know, calcium. There's so many minerals in them. So we just toss, and you really get that saucy, Alfredo-y type feeling. I had apple cider vinegar in this recipe at first, which is like really medicinal, but I took it out because I thought, you know what? Not everybody wants to be so medicinal when they're having a nice dinner. You know what will kill a romantic evening so fast is a full belly. You know that, right? So yay. And then we just add the tomatoes on top, like so, to give it a little color. And then I like to add some of the oregano leaves on top. And this is terrific. This really fills you up. And it tastes great.